Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. This is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now Carr. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On play action, now Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Wilson. And he can't get rid of Jones in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And McManus able to put it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 23. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, and the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Carr now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, A terrific achievement. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Running it with Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. And down to the 7-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces, because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team, and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
They run the counter now on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Hunter Nice-Swander on a punt now on 4th down. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 4. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. back to throw. Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
No tight end had more catches in 2020 than Darren Waller with 107. The 3rd most by a tight end in history. Maybe we should just take the label off and call him an outstanding receiver.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. Room here to run. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Carr over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
K.J. Hamler returning it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson. Flushed out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch
catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
It don't even matter, baby. It don't matter. It's okay.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hamler now to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Second and 4. Throwing is Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To try again after the sack. Carr, he finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fields this way up at the 17. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
It's a big play there for the Broncos.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Here's Jacobs. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, it's Jacobs, and he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Carr. Dancing to his left. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
From the 38, Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Back to throw. Carr. He hits Adams complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down.
And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. Finding room to the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st down, Carr looking deep for Adams. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Carr.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Carr to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I can go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, Phillips. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football.
And now the rookie's free. The 20. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. 168 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Andrew Beck, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And it's complete to Adams. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Throwing on first down is Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds up past the 10.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland